do this. What is up, you guys? It's your friend Belle here, back at it again with another YouTube video and also a broken nail as well. This always happens to me whenever I get really cute nails. They always just break on me. It's just like, what is this? For today's video, I really wanted to do a follow-up to a video that I filmed last year that was honestly one of like my most favorite videos ever, and that was my warm versus cool makeup tutorial. So if you guys did watch that video, I did half of my face in warm tones and half of my face in cool tones. So yeah, I thought it would be really fun to do another version of that video, but I thought that I would do grungy makeup, so do like warm grungy makeup versus cool grungy makeup, because that is just like my general style of makeup anyway. But I also thought it would look really cool, because grungy, like warm grungy makeup and cool grungy makeup both look so different. Well, I think they look really different anyway. You guys might be like, they just look the same. Honestly, I'm actually really excited to see how this is going to turn out, because I do like cool tones and I also like warm tones as well, but I do tend to lean towards warm tones because I find that I just don't have to think about them so much. But yeah, it's actually gonna be kind of cool to see which one looks better, I guess. I'm gonna get into the video and stop rambling on, because I know I always like talk so much shit in my intros. I need to like wrap it up a little bit. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which side that you guys prefer when you get to the end of the video. If you guys want to see the difference between warm toned grungy makeup and cool toned grungy makeup, then stay tuned. For the warm eye, we are going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is such a great palette for doing warm smoky eyes, especially warm like grungy smoky eyes, because you have got such a good range of like warm tones in there. I also really like this mustard shade as a transition color as well. I'm going to start off by taking this warm brown color and we're going to start packing this onto the lid, and this is going to be our base color. We are also going to do the same thing on the cool toned eye, as you guys will see, but instead of using warm browns, we're actually going to be using grays, which I'm really excited about, because I really do feel like grays are so underrated. Like, they're one of my favorite colors to use on the eye, because I feel like they just really like they just give you a really beautiful smoky eye without it being like too dark and like too in your face. Like, I love grays so much. Now I'm going to do the same thing on my other eye, but I'm going to switch over my brush because obviously I don't want to mix up the colours, and I'm also going to switch my palette over as well. By the way, my nose piercing has not been like healing all that well, so I know that it does not look that cute right now. You guys are just going to have to ignore it. Okay, I know it's not too pretty right now. I thought I would show you guys a couple of my favorite cool toned palettes. So here I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. If you are someone that is like kind of stuck in a rut with warm tones and you're really trying to get into cool tones a little bit more, buy this palette, because this palette will make you, I promise you, it will make you less afraid of cool tones, because it has still got those like really pretty bronzy shades in there as well. So it's kind of like you can experiment with cool tones without diving straight into grays and stuff, you know. And then the next cool toned palette that I have to show you, honestly, if someone said to me, Belle, what do you think is the most underrated eyeshadow palette ever, I would name this one, because I really do feel like this palette did not get the love that it deserved. So this is the Naked Smokey. This palette is so good for cool tones, and maybe that's why it didn't get the love that it deserves, because it is cool tones and a lot of people do tend to lean more towards warm tones. But if you guys still have this palette and you find that you never ever use her, pick her up and give her some love, because she deserves it. I'm now going to take this shade, which is called Password. This is like a deep smoky grey, and we're going to be laying this all over our lid as well, in exactly the same way that we did with that dark brown shade. But I do actually have a little bit of a theory on why cool tones aren't like as popular as warm tones, and my theory is that cool toned eyeshadows don't look as pretty like in palettes. Obviously, when you see warm toned palettes, you open it up and you just see golds and bronze and like reds. They are just like more appealing to look at than cool toned palettes, because cool toned palettes are just like, they don't exactly like pop at you, do you know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of what my theory is on why cool tones aren't as popular. And I am just going to very quickly soften up the edges of these eyeshadows. Then I'm going to add in a transition color, so I'm going to take a little bit of this mustard shade for the warm side, and I'm just going to, I need a little brush, where's that brush gone? And then I am just applying that using a little blending brush like this. I do want to warm up the crease a little bit more as well, so I'm going to take some of this orangey shade. Okay, so warm side is coming along a little bit. I now just want to start blending out this grey. I'm going to switch over to the Sultry palette because I want to use a taupey shade as my transition colour on this eye. I don't really want to use all grey. So we are just popping that into the crease. Ooh! I feel like that eyeliner makes such a difference, it's crazy. I do just kind of want to highlight the inner corners of my eyes a little bit, but I didn't really want to use like just like a typical highlight colour because it's really hard for you guys to see like the difference between warm and cool on camera. So to highlight the inner corner on the grey eye, I am going to go back into the Sultry palette and I'm going to be using Cyborg, and I have dampened the brush a little bit as well, and then I'm just going to place this on that inner corner. I'm going to add a bronzy shade as I highlight on this eye. I'm actually just going to use a shade from the Sultry palette to do this. This one is called Steampunk, and it's this shade right here. It's kind of like a golden bronze shade. We now need to finish the lower lash line. So I am going to use two different eye pencils to do this. There's the other one. There we go. Right there. This one is from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Corrupt. And yeah, I'm just going to pop this into my waterline. And I'm just going to kind of smudge it between the lashes on my lower lash line as well. That's such a pretty face, Belle. Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm going to smudge everything out with a pencil brush. And then on the warm side of my eye, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that dark brown and just smudge that over the top of the lower lash line. I kind of want to darken it up a little bit considering the black is like so bold. So I'm just going to pop that over the top. I'm also going to take a little bit of the dark brown from the Naked Smokey and I'm going to smudge that over the top of the black on this eye. I'm just popping some lashes on. These ones are my faves. These are Noirella from Rouge and Rogue, formerly known as Black Magic Lashes. I do have a code for them if you guys want to use it. I will put it down below in the description box. Let's put these on. Oh my god, I love these lashes so freaking much. Look how nice these are. They're like short on the inner corner and then they like flick out at the outer corner, so they give your eyes like a really nice almond shape. I'm just like so obsessed with them. Okay, so before I do move on to the skin, I do feel like being a little bit more extra with my eye makeup because extra is my middle name. I found this pen that I used to use all the time with my eye makeup and I completely forgot that I had it. It's from Milk Makeup. This is called the Tattoo Stamp. So I feel like I think they do different ones of these, but I have the little star one and it's so cool. Like, it's just a nice way of adding like a little bit of something extra to your makeup. So I thought I would add some black stars. I didn't know whether to put them like under the eye or like here. Actually, I think I'm gonna put them there. Honestly, this is not relevant to the tutorial at all, but I feel like it looked really cool, so I'm doing it. Oh fuck, I fucked it up. I kind of want to get a little star tattooed on my face there now. I don't know whether my mum would murder me if I did that though, I don't know. Okay, so I'm now going to move on to the skin, and I feel like this was the part of the video that actually surprised you guys the most last time I did this, because no one ever really thinks about cool tones versus warm tones when they're doing their face makeup, because that is something that can make a huge difference. First of all, we are going to be doing bronzer, and I have picked out a couple of different bronzers to use in this video. So for the cool side of my face, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and then for the warm side bronzer, I'm actually using this one from Morphe. This is the Megastar bronzer. These pans are absolutely huge, by the way. If I hold the Too Faced one next to it, can you guys see how different they are in terms of shade as well? No shades to Too Faced or anything, but this is their medium to deep bronzer, and I'm like, I do self tan, but I'm like pretty fair skinned, and this is like a perfect bronzer shade for me. So I really do hope that they have darker bronzers, because this is not very dark at all. I'm just gonna pop that on the cool side of my face. And now I'm gonna use this Morphe gigantic bronzer for the warm side. Okay, yeah, that's definitely warmer than the other side. Can you guys see that? Warm, cool, warm, cool. I think I definitely prefer the warmer bronzer because I just feel like it's putting a little bit more life into my skin. And for my blush, I've got two blush kits here. So this one is Pop of Peach from Morphe, and then this one is Pop of Pink. As you guys can see, this shade here, which is called Rule Breaker, this is a very, very cool toned pink blush. So obviously we're going to be using this on the cool side of our face. I am more of a peachy blush person, and that is because, again, I just feel like it puts more life into my skin. But I do remember when I used to work for MAC, I used to love using like cool toned pinks like this on fairer skin, because I just used to think it looked so pretty on super fair skin. So for the warmer side, I am of course going to be using the peachy blushes, and I'm going to mix these two together. I did kind of want to use this one, but I feel like it may be just a smidge too bright for my skin tone. So I'm going to mix those two, and then I'm just going to pop those onto my cheekbones. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do instantly prefer the peachy blush. I just feel like my skin looks so much more fresh on this side than it does on this side. Can you guys see that? So this is like the cool blush and bronzer, and then obviously this is the warm bronzer and blush, and I do feel like my skin just looks much, I don't know, it just looks a bit fresher. Just looks like I've been in the sun a little bit. It looks a little bit more glowy on this side than this side. So I thought I would use these two Becca highlighters. Of course, we've got Champagne Pop, which is going to be going on the warm side. This is more of a like a peachy gold highlight. And then for the cool side, we have Pearl. If you've got fair skin, this is one of the best highlighters you can get for fair skin, because it just really looks so gorgeous on the skin, and on fair skin it's just amazing. Lip time, lip time. Look at all of these lip products I've got. We've got this lip pencil from Lord & Berry in the shade Tanned Nude, this Kylie Cosmetics lipstick in Creme Brûlée, and my favourite gloss in the entire world, Fortune Cookie from NYX. And now we're going to do the cool side. So for the lip pencil, I'm going to use Sandstorm, and then for the lipstick on the cooler side, I'm going to use Skinny Dip from Tarte. So as you guys can see, this is just like a very cool toned sandy nude. This is one of my favourite nude lipsticks. I love it. You see next to that Kylie one, it's just like so much, I just love it. Oh my god, look how much nuder that one looks compared to that one. Like this Kylie one looks so pink. Okay, I actually can't believe how different both of the nudes look. Like this one is like peachy, and then this one is like nude. This is just kind of showing me that even though nude lipsticks may look the same, they're not, okay? They're not. Okay, so I feel like we are done. I'm just gonna set everything. I don't really know why, because I'm just, actually no, I'm not gonna set everything, because I'm probably just gonna take this makeup off in a bit anyway. Here we have the warm side of our face. So we've got warm eyeshadow, we've got a peachy nude lip, peachy blush, gold highlight. Yeah, this is pretty cute. And then this is the cool side, and honestly you guys, I really do feel like I need to wear this eye way more because I love the grey eye. In fact, I feel like as a final verdict, I would probably say that I love the warm skin, but I actually think I prefer the grey eye. I feel like the grey eye definitely makes my eyes pop a little bit more. I feel like it's kind of bringing out the bluey green in my eyes, and I just really like, I mean, I said in the start of the video that I love grey eyeshadow. I just think it looks really cool. It's very, in fact, I would actually say that grey eyeshadow is probably way more grungy than warm eyeshadow is. I know that we have kind of like adapted like the grungy, like blown out smoky eyes and like made them warmer, and that's kind of like the new type of grungy eye, but this feels like a more traditional grungy eye. This one is a little bit more 90s, and I feel like I'm just really digging it. Like, it kind of just reminds me a little bit of like Pamela Anderson. Like, I love it. I think if I had to choose, I would probably say I'd take the grey eye, like the grey cool tone smoky eye with the warm skin and the cool lips. So yeah, a final verdict, I would say that the cool side has definitely won today. So yeah, what do you guys think? Which side do you prefer? Leave me a comment and let me know down below. And yeah, I hope that you all have an amazing week, and I will see you on my next video.